morning. I'm going to walk you through a hip strengthening class. We'll see how long this goes, I'm not quite sure. So yeah, this will be to open up the hips, to strengthen the hips, and just get a good stretch. Find that deep stretch in those hips. If there's anything you can't do, like movement-wise, just hang out in the pose because it'll be a little bit of dynamic and just a little bit of deeper stretch for this practice. So again, if something that's not comfortable for you, too much movement, then just hang out in the pose, find your relaxation until we move on to the next one. So we're just going to come into that comfortable seated position, sit up tall, relaxing the shoulders, closing down the eyelids, just coming in tune with that breath. Just finding those deep inhales into the body, and then letting go with those slow exhales. Just finding length in each breath. Bringing awareness down to those hips. Just noticing how they feel in this moment. Allowing this breath to extend all the way into those hips the entire practice, so that you can let go and find that opening within the hips. We're just going to gently open up those hips. First, we're going to come in towards that round angle, just bring those feet together, grab onto the feet or onto the ankles, keeping that spine long. And just slowly fluttering those knees, creating that movement. And coming back to that stillness, we're going to come in towards that forward fold, so we're going to rotate those elbows in front of those shins, coming forward. Those shoulders back away from the ears. Just breathing into those hips to find that deep stretch. And inhale, slowly lifting back up. Come to center. Let go of those feet, extending both legs out in front. So you can extend the left leg. We're going to keep that right leg bent, grab it onto the outside of that right foot, grab it onto the right knee, and just gently rocking from side to side. Drop that right foot down towards the ground to the inside of that left leg. And we're just going to slowly walk those hands out in front, just a little bit, just as far as you need to. Feel that deep stretch of that left leg. Stretch down through those quads and the hamstring. And next inhale, slowly walking back up. We're going to extend that right leg out, drawing that left leg in, gently rocking from side to side. Place that left leg down to the inside of that right leg. Bringing those hands forward to the outside of each right leg. And then you're ready, slowly walking forward, finding that forward fold. Breathing through any tension here. Next inhale, slowly sink back up. We're going to draw that right foot back towards that bound angle. Just noticing if those hips feel a little bit different. And we're going to let go of those feet, bringing those hands underneath those knees. On an inhale, drawing those knees in towards the chest, giving yourselves a hug. So we're going to release and we're going to come in towards our downward dog. So keeping those fingers spread wide, pressing down through those heels, lifting through the hips. Your next inhale, we're going to lift that right leg, we're going to bend that right knee. Just going to draw circles with this right hip and knee. So inhale, we're going to lift up, lifting as high as you need to. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower, and then 3 more. Inhaling to lift, open up as much as you need to. 2 more, and 1 more. Then when you're coming back down, we're going to step that right foot forward in between those hands. Next inhale, we're going to sweep those hands all the way up overhead, coming up towards that crescent pose. Your next exhale, lowering that left knee as low as you can go. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower, inhaling to lift, 1 more, exhaling to lower, and inhaling to lift. Next exhale, dropping that left knee all the way down towards the ground and pulling those toes. It's going to come in towards a gentle twist, so exhaling those hands on heart center, and then rotate that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Just keeping that spine long, shoulders back, pushing those hips forward, and that low lunge. Next inhale, slowly unwinding, coming back to center. And exhale, we're going to drop those hands to the inside of that right foot. We're going to walk that right foot out just a little bit further. Coming into that lizard pose. So then from here, we're just going to rotate that right hip, knee out to the side, come up onto the edge of that right foot. Inhaling to draw it back into center. Exhaling over towards the right. Inhaling back to center. 3 more times. Exhaling towards the right. Inhaling back to center. 2 more. We're going deeper each time. And 1 more. Then from here, we're going to curl those left toes under, lifting that left knee. We're just going to come up to that high lizard. Then we're just going to rock forward and back. So inhale, we're going to come up to the tops of those toes, pushing back, pushing that heel back, straighten that right leg out a little bit if you need to. Inhaling to come forward, exhaling to push back, inhaling to move forward, exhaling to push back. 2 more. And it's coming back to neutral. And then when you're ready, we're going to step that right foot back towards your downward dog. Taking a moment to pedal those feet, just noticing how those hips feel. And we're going to lower down towards that child's pose and curling those toes, sinking those hips back down towards those heels, and just taking a moment here, relaxing down those hips. And just coming back towards that breath. Inhale, slowly lifting back up, curling those toes under, lifting up, pushing back towards your downward dog. I'm going to do the same for the other side. So that next inhale, we're going to lift up that left leg, bending that left knee, drawing circles, doesn't matter which direction. Just going as big as you need to, going for 5. So 3 more, exhaling to lower, and then inhaling to lift. 2 more. And then that finish, last one, stepping that left foot forward. Pushing those hands, so your next inhale, swing those hands all the way up overhead. Rise up towards that crescent pose. Your next exhale, lowering that right knee as low as you can go. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift. One more time. Exhaling to lower. And inhaling to lift. Next exhale, dropping all the way down towards the ground and curling those toes. Coming into that twist as you exhale, those hands on heart center. Then rotating that right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Center. On an exhale, drop those hands on the inside of that left foot, walking that left foot out a little bit further. Then as you exhale, we're going to push that left knee out to the side, rolling onto the outside of that left foot. So go as far as you need. Inhaling to bring back into center. Exhaling over towards the left. Inhale to draw that knee back to center. 3 more. Exhaling towards the left. Inhaling back to center. 2 more. Turning that deep stretch. 1 more. And just coming back to center. And then when you're ready, we're going to curl those right toes under, lifting that right knee. Again, rocking front to back. So exhale, pushing that heel back, straighten the front leg a little bit. Inhaling to push forward. Exhaling to push back. Inhaling to move forward. 3 more. Just moving as slow as you need to. One more. And come back to center. And when you're ready, step that left foot back towards your downward dog. Taking a moment to pedal up those feet. Your next inhale, we're going to walk those feet towards the top of your mat. Coming towards that forward fold. Inhaling to your halfway lifts. Exhaling to fold forward. Inhaling, come all the same, hands overhead. And exhale, hands on heart center. Then we're just going to bring those feet to the edges of the mat. Keep those heels onto the mat, the toes can be on the ground. So on exhale, we're going to come forward down into that yogi spot. We're just going to drop those hands down towards the ground. So on your next inhale, we're going to come in towards a forward fold, just lifting those hips. And on exhale, lowering back down. Keep your hands together if you choose, or just having them on the ground. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Lifting the head. Exhaling to lower. 2 more. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. 1 more. Inhaling to lift. And exhaling to lower. And just bringing those hands to heart center, keeping those elbows to the inside of those knees if you can. Then we're going to extend that right arm out to the side, extending that left hand up towards the sky. Coming into a twist if you can. If not, you can stay in the center. Inhaling back to center. And then when you're ready, come to the other side, extending that left arm out to the left side, right hand comes up overhead. And just bringing those hands to heart center, keeping those elbows to the inside of those knees if you can. Then we're going to extend that right arm out to the side, extending that left hand up towards the sky. Coming into a twist if you can. If not, you can stay in the center. Inhaling back to center. And then when you're ready, come to the other side, extending that left arm out to the left side, right hand comes up overhead. and come back to center. Next inhale, pushing through those heels, coming all the way back up to standing. And we'll come back to center. You can shake out those legs if you need to. Noticing how those hips feel. Then we're going to come into a wide-legged stance. Going to bring those hands to heart center if you choose. Finding that balance. Then exhale, we're going to drop over towards that right side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling back towards the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling towards the right. Inhaling to center. 2 more. Exhaling lower. Inhaling as you lift. 1 more. Then we're going to do the same for the left side. Then exhaling over towards the left. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling towards the left. Inhaling to lift. 3 more. Focusing on that breath. 1 more. And then coming back to center. Then we're just going to turn those feet out. We're going to bend at those knees. Staying here, you can just adjust from side to side. Just opening up those hips. And then bringing those hands to heart center. Next inhale, we're going to straighten those legs, keeping those hands all the way up overhead. Exhaling down to heart center as you lower down those knees and those hips. Inhaling to lift, straighten out those legs. Exhaling to lower. 3 more. Inhaling to lift, extending it through those fingertips. Exhaling to lower, bending those knees. 2 more. And 1 more. Staying strong. And then just coming back down, bending those knees, guarding through those feet. Next inhale, coming back to center, straighten those legs. And we're going to turn those feet back in. Next inhale, sweeping those hands all the way up overhead. Exhale, we're going to come all the way down towards the ground. Come to that forward folds. Do the wide-legged forward folds. Just dropping your head. Relaxing your chest, your shoulders. Just going to grab onto opposite elbows. We're going to let the head and the neck hang and just gently sway from side to side. Just come back to center. Letting go with those elbows. Next inhale, very slowly come all the way back to standing, allowing your head and neck to be the last thing to lift. Then we're going to come to lie on our back with the knees bent. I'm going to walk those feet together. And on exhale, we're going to drop those knees down towards the ground, coming towards that supine round angle. Allowing the body to relax. Breath down into those hips. Next inhale, we're going to lift those knees back up to center. right foot, keeping that right knee bent. We're going to grab onto it to that right foot, coming towards that half happy baby. Just breathing in through that right hip. Choose, you straighten that right leg. Inhaling back towards the half lizard. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling back center. 3 more if you choose. A little bit closer towards the ground. Ready, letting go of that right foot, bring that right leg back down. Exhale, drop those knees over towards the right side. Engage in the core as you inhale those knees back to center. Then exhaling over towards the left. Inhaling to come back up to center. When you're ready, bending that little, keep that left knee bent. We're going to grab onto it so that left foot coming towards that happy baby on the other side. And then when you're ready, straighten out that left leg. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling center. 3 more. Following that breath. Holding a little bit longer if you need to. And finishing off. Just holding here. Dropping that left foot back down. And exhale, dropping those knees over towards the right side. Inhaling back up towards center. Then exhaling over towards the left. Then inhaling back up to center. We're going to lift up that right foot, crossing that right leg over top of that left. We're going to bring those arms into a T shape. Exhale, drop those knees over towards the left side and bring that gaze over that right shoulder. Just gently coming in towards that twist. Feeling the stretch through your spine and through your neck. Slowly lift those knees, bring that gaze with you. And crossing that right leg. Inhale, lifting that left foot, crossing the left leg over the right. And exhale, dropping those knees over towards the right side, the gaze towards the left. chest, giving yourself a hug. Gently rock them side to side if you choose. All the way up towards the sky. Really rotating those ankles one way. Out on the wrists as well if you choose. Switching direction. Back to center. Exhale, bring those legs all the way down towards the ground. Just allowing those feet to fall to the side. Hands can be on your belly or by your side, palms to the sky. Just closing down the eyelids. And clenching the jaw. Relaxing your facial muscles. Relaxing the back of your head and your neck. Relaxing your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, and your fingers. Relaxing your upper back, your lower back. Relaxing your chest. Relaxing your hips. Relaxing your thighs, your calves, your ankles, and your toes. Allowing every muscle in your body to relax, so your body can sink deeper towards the earth. From side to side, making those simple movements back in towards the body. And next deep inhale, spread those hands all the way up overhead, reaching out all the way from your fingers to your toes. When you're ready, slowly rolling over to one side. relaxing the shoulders, closing the eyes. And just coming back to that breath that you started your practice with. Use this energy that you've created in your practice this morning to guide you through your day. Allow those hips to be free from any stress or any tension. Allow yourself to be free from anything that doesn't serve you. Choose to live your life the way you want to. And don't allow others to hold that space that don't need it. Find your way to be free. Next, inhale, you take those hands all the way up overhead, reaching all the way through those fingers. I'm going to act, dropping those hands down to heart center. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Namaste.